that it wasn't, at some points, almost laughable?
You know, it started out, first of all, it was incredibly, way too long for anybody that read it.
You think 20,000-word rebuttal's too long for the front of a webpage?
For your listeners, actually, the guy that wrote it, this guy Dan Goldberg, if somebody would have looked back at Dan Goldberg and figure out who he is, Dan is the former lawyer for the Boston Red Sox, represented the Red Sox for many, many years, and then when the Sox got sold, he moved over. But the thing was way too wordy. I think the early part of his argument was relatively strong, just in terms of arguing that there wasn't any direct evidence which, implicated Brady. But then it just went from there to the absurd, quite frankly. I mean, the arguments about how you characterize the use of the word deflator, involving weight loss, and how you justify not making fellow available for a follow-up interview. And I mean, I agree with you. I think he went off the cliff, and I think it just undermined the credibility of what he was trying to accomplish. It's a very...
Paul, I specifically enjoyed the part, too, where he said Tom Brady called Yastrzemski for an hour to console him because he's a great dude.
Yeah, I would put that in the absurd column, and if somebody... they didn't get great advice. I mean, frankly, the Patriots have not gotten great advice from the start of this matter. They've been arrogant, they've been defiant, demanding an apology, and then, firing off this missive here. I mean, it's clear what they're doing. I mean, they're trying to support, their major asset, Tom Brady. They're obviously getting ready for a court fight. They're appealing to their fan base, and they're angry. But I think they're going to see that they've had misstep after misstep, and in terms of crisis communication and the handling of public relations, I mean, this is exactly a model of how not to do it. And I haven't seen one as poorly handled as I think the latest one is probably the Penn State scandal, and how incredibly poorly that was handled by the trustees and others over at Penn State. But I just think that they are making a bad situation worse. I think it was... do I think Tom and his lawyers and the NFL Players Association should appeal the 4 games? Yes, I think they should. I do think it'll get knocked down. I think that was part of the logic in giving him 4 games. They probably gave him 2 for the alleged violation and 2 for being less than candid and cooperative with them. But I suspect it'll go down at least to 3 and possibly to 2 in an effort to avoid a court hearing, and everybody will put it to rest and put it behind you. But now they've upped the ante, and I think it's less likely that you'll see a reduction, because what will happen is the NFL itself will dig in now. You saw it with Ted Wells' press conference last week. You throw a few shots at the guy, he takes it a little bit personal, which is unusual, and he fires back. And I think you're going to see Roger Goodell and the NFL do the same. And rather than help the prospects for a successful appeal, I think the Patriots' tactics here have probably harmed it.
Pretty crazy standoff. Listen, Paul, greatly appreciate you taking time out to do this for us. I know you're busy, so thank you, and hopefully we can chat with you again.
Good talking to you guys.
Take care. Paul Kelly. He is the co-chair of Collegiate Professional Sports Group at enlightening, isn't it? And what better thing to come up when we're talking about something so serious and so high test than your plays of the week.
Team Blundell and Company's Plays of the Week.
Pass in front of the goal and score! This is it! I slipped something in the ball's drink and went after it. And then transporting them to the incinerator. The what? Incinerator? No. You recall one of those party lunches?
$2,000 worth.
How old were you?
I was 12. At Fabio227 writes in, I hate hockey, and the Yankees are losing to the Blue Jays. So Canada in general. Piece of country. Filipula turned out to be great. Who? Filipula? I can't say that.
Filipula.
Filipula?
Nope. Gregorian.
Yeah. Fine. Wherever you are. How are you feeling?
Better than Russian.
He's so fast.
We call him the Serbian sensei.
Try it again.
Incinerator? No.
He's so fast.
Landrew.
Landrew.
Yeah, that's what it says. Landrew.
It's Andrew.
Yeah, I know. Johnny is the worst. Unreal.
That's right.
What are you good at, John? Sleeping?
Hey, Johnny, you are insignificant to the future of this show. Stay in your lane.
Honey, who's shoveling the sidewalk? That's some 12-year-old pervert.
Fucking rude. This coot shut off again!
No! What do you mean no?
Yes, sir.
Creepy as hell.
Hello, friends.
Now, do the ducks have the deepest blue line left?
That's what I was just talking about. Were you on the bathroom or what?
Can we not have room temperature? I mean, it's in the title. Room temperature. Do you like watching TFC?
I don't mind it a little bit. I don't mind it in small doses and...
Okay, I'll pretend.
They suck, man. They suck. TFC sucks, man. I'm gonna steal Johnny the intern's wallet after the show. Dean Oscar Pistorius is lining up a job working with children. I hope none of those kids ever use the bathroom.
I get laughed at a lot by women. I have a very small wiener.
One more time. Incinerator?
Wrong again, idiot.
F it, I'm going to bed. See you C's in the morning.
I don't want anyone rubbing them. To me, those balls are perfect.
That's what she said.
Bette Midler was sort of hot, you know? Huge guns. You, Blendell, and I, we are the common man's athletes. I am in terrible shape. Prison guards found an automatic 25 caliber hand.
Coming up on your program, we're going under the covers with this original song by the Postal Service.